welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all. Early on Sunday morning. Now, it's not quite as early as it was the last time I did an early morning video. It's about 4:30 in the morning. So it's not quite as early, but that's still early enough. So, as you can guess, Fuzzy got one of those calls last night. Hey, we got a call out for a shift in the morning. Can you come in and work? And, of course, I said yes. So, we're going to go do a 12-hour Sunday. And, yeah, fun, outside, patrol truck, easy stuff, should be, as long as, the yo-yos don't show up, to put it nicely. Broke out our old Tupperware. Did y'all remember these Tupperware cups? Some of you older folks will. They had the coaster that always turned into the top also. Yeah, I got several of these. This is the only one, though, that's peeling like this, the brown one. I've got several of the other. It was the harvest colors. It's brown, a green, an orange, and a yellow. And I had lost a couple somewhere along the way, so I found some more on eBay. They're not that hard to find, although they're not that cheap anymore either. And when this one came in, I don't know what happened to it, that it's peeling a little bit. The colors on the outer edge. I don't know. Actually perked up some coffee this morning in the Polyperk. That's not Keurig. That's the Polyperk. So last Sunday would have been the first Sunday of the month, which would have been Lather Catcher, and I missed it because I was doing other stuff. So we're going to do Lather Catcher Sunday on the second Sunday of the month today. I have a Superior Lather Catcher here, 1900 to 1902-ish. I can't really remember where I dated this one at, but it's somewhere in that time range. It doesn't have the bar like the Jim Jr. bar. It's just a regular old top there. But it is a Superior. It's not quite as fancy scrolled as my, I do have a 1900 Superior, and this could very well be the same model, but anyway, it's got a lot more scroll work on it. And the fat. Hadn't used Mitchell's in a while, so Mitchell wool fat's going to be it. The brush today, as you'll see, was milled by Mr. Tom out in California. It's one of the ones that he's a machinist. Don't talk about Tom. Don't see him around a whole lot more. Last time, he said something that just didn't really have much more to say about shaving. How much can you say? And that's a true statement. But he was a machinist, and he had made some of these, the Rubber Set 400 style. He called it the B400, and he had made different ferrules for it that you could screw off and screw back on. This one won't screw off, screw back on. So it's just is it an Omega? Bore. But anyway, yep, that's just that big bore brush, the Omega Pro. So anyway, so I was digging around because I had to move. They were working on my air conditioner. They got all the inside stuff replaced, by the way. My air conditioner's back working. It doesn't drip water all over the place. It's wonderful. And I'll have a heater again this winter. Last winter, we had to be a little creative with the heat. But anyway, I had to dig out of my closet and move because they had to get into the closet where the breaker panel is, and there's some other wiring in there for all this. And I was digging through stuff, and I found a lot of stuff I hadn't seen in a while. And someone the other day was talking about Jim Blue Star blades and how they had gotten one and it didn't do any good. Now, these were made by Persona back in the day, American Safety Razor Company. So these have been around a while, this particular pack. I don't know how long it's been since ASR was making blades, and I really don't know how long it's been since they made Jim Blue Stars. But anyway, this was one of the little 5-packs, and it still got, drum roll please, 4 in it. So we're going to rob one out of here. And we're going to use a Jim Blue Star today. Now, remember, we were using the Powell. I had some Buck Powell blades. I got one still up here that can be used. But, so now we're going to give the Blue Star. Now, these were all made by the same people, folks. American Safety Razor was making everything at one time. And they just put different names on it. Now, the Blue Star is not a blue blade. To get the blue blade, you have to go with the Powell. That was the deal. But, these have the same .009 RD on them that you find on the other, treat blades and everything else. Because like I said, they were all made by the same company. They just put some different names on them. Are there any difference in the way the different blades shaved? Not that I know of. Razor to razor, blade to blade, right? But as far as I know, there was no difference. The handle on here, Jayara made that handle. So I've got a handle there made by Jayara, and I got the brush milled there by Mr. Tom. All right. There we go. We're going to use the wool fat today. We're going to finish up with some Lustre Spice. Spicy Sunday. Ain't nothing in the world wrong with it. All right. Well, we'll get this show on the road. So it's been a busy week. It really has. So I think the last time I was getting ready, I had gotten up and had to be up early because I was having to go cover a shift. And it was a bank. I don't remember if I told the whole story. I don't know if I knew the whole story at the time. I think I knew someone had knocked a hole in the bank. So it's another one of those little old ladies that whammed down on the gas instead of the brake as she was parking, and she was facing the building, jumped through the landscaping, knocked a big hole in the side of the wall, and injured one person inside. I'm not telling any trade secrets. This was all on the news. And I got out there, and I thought I was going to be out there all day from 6 to 6. So I picked up water, and because I was going to be outside, and I'm smarter than the average bear. I had water, and I had snacks. I'd made me some ham and cheese sandwiches, and I took tons of pipe tobacco. I was ready to go. And about 9:15, my boss calls me, or the boss of that job calls me. And she says, well, they're going to shut it down at 10. I thought maybe because they brought the environmental testers out and they had it boarded up, and they brought the environmental testers out and there was nothing hazardous. So, get it open and make money. So anyway, it turned out instead of being a 12-hour day, I got 4 hours out of it. But anyway, so I still got bottled water, and I think I ate all the snacks. But anyway, I still got bottled water. It's not like it's going to go bad anytime in the next 10 minutes. I drink most of my water heated up and poured over ground coffee beans. I really do. I don't drink a lot of bottled water. If I want water around here, I generally just go to the tap. That's generally the thing to do. Mitchell's. I know I've heard people talk about having problems lather Mitchell's, and I don't get the issues. Williams can be a little cantankerous. The modern Williams can be a little cantankerous, although it's not as cantankerous as people make it out to be. So I can almost kind of see people talking about Williams a little bit, but I have never figured out why Mitchell's gave people issues. Some people don't like the smell. It's like we were talking the other day about tobacco. Love it or hate it. Although I don't think Mitchell's definitely not that strong of a scent. And but I guess there's people that don't like the smell of the Mitchell's. I think it's okay personally. By golly. All right. This is a couple of days of growth because we worked a mid shift on Friday and then we were off yesterday. I've had a house guest over the weekend. That was nice. Wonderful, actually. I don't always have people over. It was Agent 00 Devon's birthday. So I cooked last night. I can tell you, there's nothing wrong with this Blue Star blade. It's definitely and listen to this. It's okay to turn the sound up and replay that, by the way. Love me some audio feedback. Now I know, and I say this every time I talk about audio feedback. There's people who tell you that that's blade chatter and that's bad and they don't want to yada yada yada. Well, if that's blade chatter, let it chatter, baby. Just chatter like a magpie. I don't know if I've ever heard of magpie chatter. I don't know. Do we have magpies down this part of the world? We do. I don't know anything about magpies. But I hear they chatter. I've had drive shafts chatter when the bearings were going out and stuff. I know that sound. All ended up around the goatee there. Nope, nothing in the world wrong with the Blue Star this morning. Another good carbon steel blade. So I was at the grocery store that I go to some the other day, and they're still selling treats. So we're gonna hold out and see how long they sell them. They're still selling. They sell them in the box and in the 5-pack. You know, the place I had where I was buying all my Williams and all my Penald stuff and everything over in Lafayette, they don't sell all that anymore. But the things changed. But right now, I can still pick up the treats local. And what I haven't done lately, because you remember I used to find them at a convenience store when I was working out in the plants, which I haven't done in a couple of years now. I don't remember exactly how long it's been since they kicked me out of the plant, but I haven't been back out that way and gone by that little convenience store and see if they still stock them. Because, you know, I used to go buy a few along. That way they'd keep putting them out. If no one's buying them, they're not going to worry about replacing them, right? And when they sell out, they're going to say, well, we don't really have enough use for this, so we don't need to stock those. So I would go buy some. But I hadn't been buying a while. Out that way. Dutchtown, name of that little place. Out by Geismar, Louisiana. Geismar's got a bunch of plants. That's where the local folks that think the plants are all poisoning them to death go out and protest every now and then. Although when they're out protesting, they're using products that are made from plants. I don't know so much about that. Don't know so much about it. Oh, lilac catcher. If you never use a lilac catcher to shave, you should. It's a wonderful feeling shave. And just the knowing that there's all the history behind these old razors. It's been around for so long. Notice the old pull the skin up tight there and get it on a different plane. If you're having problems with your jawline, you can pull it up and get you a flat surface to work on there. Not so hard. So there we go. Now, what I'm looking at is, I guess there's enough. I need to refill my little witch hazel bulb. Bulb, you say? Yeah, keep my witch hazel on a light bulb. But anyway, pretty neat stuff. I wish I'd have bought more of those little containers when I found them. I hadn't seen them back over there. I picked them up at, I don't know, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Can't remember which one. But should have picked up more. That's the way it goes. So, oh, well, if I like it, I'll come back and get some. And then you go back and it's gone. But then again, that's how I end up with a lot of extra stuff sometimes. Because I'll pick up stuff and then, you know. And then you get rid of it. And quick as you get rid of it, week after you get rid of it, there you need it again. What can you do? Anyway, so check that out. That good old shave knocked off a couple of days worth of growth there with no issues at all. And get us a little witch hazel going here. But no, I made my play on dirty rice last night. I just call it rice stuff. They have a thing down here called dirty rice, and it's just ground meat, seasoned ground meat and stuff, and then you mix the rice in with it. But they do it really well down here. And they use pork. It's kind of like making they use almost like they're making the boudin rice mix. And they use pork and pork liver and all kinds of seasoning and stuff. Well, I make my take on it that I've been making for years. Even when I lived in Arizona, I made it. But I just cook up my ground beef with my peppers and onions, which is a normal thing. Season it up with garlic and different things, a little cumin, and I always put chili powder in anything I cook like that. And season it all up really good, and I let it cook. Sometimes I'll put stewed tomatoes, chopped stewed tomatoes up, dice them up real, put them in. I didn't on this one last night, but I always add corn. I like pretty much corn in everything. I mean, maybe I have a Nebraska spirit animal or something like that. I like corn. But anyway, then I do the rice on the stove. I don't use the rice pot. I cook the rice on the stove. And I like my rice a little sticky rice, what I call gumbo rice, but a little sticky rice. And then you put the rice into the mixture, and it mix it all up. And it's one dish meal. And it's, you got your meat, onions, peppers, all the seasonings in there. You got the corn, you got the rice. So it's just a one dish meal. And that's what Agent 007 said he wanted for me cooking for his birthday. Well, there you go. And I sent enough back over with him for all his roommates over there. It ain't hard to make a big old pot of that. You just make more rice. Easy peasy. Well, there we go. That's what I got going on today. I'm gonna finish getting dressed. If I got everything planned right, I don't have to get in a huge hurry here. I'll have time to get a shower and get the uniform, and I usually take the dogs for a walk after I get in uniform. And we'll go do all that and go out and make a day of it. Working day shift people are strange. But you know me, I work them all. I don't know anybody else out there where I work. There's a lot of people that work extra shifts. Some of them are very notable for working extra shifts. But I don't know anybody that works extra day shifts and works extra swing shifts and works extra grave shifts. I just don't know. Just don't know. Maybe they're smarter than I am. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyway, until next time, if you can find some old Jim Blue Stars, don't be scared of them. Someone the other day had a bad experience. I can't really remember. Tristan, maybe? I'm sorry. I can't remember off the top of my head who had a bad one. And but you can get bad new blades, and it happens. It's not an everyday occurrence, but I do have it happen. Even with the treats and stuff, you'll put one in, you go, ugh, what the hell wrong with that? You put that away. Two-sided thingies, you can do the same thing. It happens. And so when you catch one that's a bad blade, put that blade aside, get you another one out, and look at them, see if they. A lot of times with carbon steel blades, what has happened is somewhere in the past they've gotten exposed to moisture. It's not good for carbon steel blades. So especially the vintage blades, that's what you're going to run into. Look at the edge, see if it's rusty down towards there, and that's probably going to be a problem a lot of times. But not always. Sometimes it's just a blade. It is when it was run through the factory, it didn't get sharpened. I don't know. It happens. So don't give up on a blade brand just because you get a bad blade. There you go. Y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Happy shaves to you.